Now, Lieutenant Baird, begin with the last time we saw each other.
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Gears of War Judgment Insane Difficulty video walkthrough. This is Onyx Point, Section 1, Fortress. And get ready to hear this conversation and touch that button repeatedly, because if you have the same luck as me, you're going to be on this level for an eternity. I think this is the hardest part of the game, by far. And I'm with my girlfriend right now commentating this, who can concur to that because she watched the struggle on this bit.
For about 9 days.
It wasn't 9 days, but it was long enough. And the strategy that I came up with was moving directly forward, obviously shoot the grenades, mantle over, get to this piece of cover, take out more of the grenades. For some reason at this point, the mortar guy doesn't seem to have the same tendency to spray you immediately as he did before, but if you get unlucky, you'll just die, because that's how this seems to work. The mortar is unbelievable. If you get here fast enough, you can use your grenades to kill this fat guy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's so lucky, guys. I can't even express how much luck is required on the bullshit of this beach. And once you're up here, I found out that you could stand on this rubble and shoot into this place. It's a little bit finicky. It does take some doing, and there's a guy at the right of me stood cheesing me, so just be careful of him. But at this point, we are completely at the mercy of the AI, because what they're going to do is, I'm going to play super defensive because I don't want to do that fucking start again, and I'm going to let the AI kill everything. And because on my game, the mortar dude is an absolute bastard, all he does is spam mortar everywhere I am, and I wasn't risked getting insta-sprayed pushing up. It's unbelievably challenging.
Oh, we see you. Can you get him from him?
No, I can't, because I've got to wait for him to move.
Tried.
So that one guy in there never usually stands there, but because we've not pushed forward, he's not pushed forward either. When you go under the turret that's just round the corner from me, he's going to move up with another guy. I think it triggers a spawn. But just be careful on this corner, because there's a nest that can shoot you that's downing the team. There's the guy on the turret who can shoot you, and if you push too far that way, the guy with the mortar launcher will kill you. And once I did the guide, I looked at a bunch of different videos to see if anybody had done this section, and the people that I watched had no trouble here at all. There was no mortars landing, there was no insta-death, there was none of it. It was just simple and easy. And when I did it, it took me about an hour, like an hour and a half. It was unbelievable. And it just seems to be this testament that if you get lucky, you'll have no problem. If you don't get lucky, it can just be the pits, just the worst of the worst. So I push forward here. There's nobody in there on the gun, but I'm still aware that there's a couple of guys that way. You can use the boom shield. It does help, push forward, so you can be a little bit more aggressive. All I want to do, though, is see that guy with the mortar launcher. As soon as I see the mortar launcher guy, and he's dead, I know I'm safe to push forward. Until I do, I don't trust any of this. None at all. But luckily enough, this is the hardest part of the level for me. The only other hard section is coming back here, so once you've done this, you should have confidence that you're going to get through the rest of it.
What's really annoying me watching this is how simple this bit looks.
Yeah.
You've made it look really simple compared to the amount of times where it was just bullshitting.
Well, that's the thing. People don't see running out of the transporter immediately getting hit by a mortar barrage. They don't see the mauler smashing you in the face. I tried to get up this beach from the other side, and it worked really well until the mortar guy decided that he had all the range in the world, and I can't even tell you how bad it is. Unbelievably bad. And nobody's complaining on forums, so I must have just got lucky. I must have just got,
spammy bitch.
Bruce Lee on the mortar, because everybody else is getting Chaz and Dave, and I did not get that. I got hell.
It was stupid.
The good news is, the 3 stars comes pretty thick and fast, and once you've done the beach bit, once you're at that corner, this level's done if you play it well, if you play it intelligently. Like, I get impatient here and decide to take this guy out, and one bullet kills him, which is super useful. There you go, he's dead. But at this point, the guy with the mortar was still firing mortars at me here. Even at this point, I was still getting mortared in previous attempts. Like, it just didn't stop. And a lot of people might look at this and say, well, you could have done this so much faster, but you didn't have my experience. So when you get to this part, you cherish it like a newborn, because I think on my 4th attempt, I got here, and I killed every enemy in this vicinity. I started running over there to that direction, and a grenade on a wall killed me. I've watched the video back so many times, it doesn't make any sense. It's nowhere near the beach. Why was there a grenade there? Like, there's no enemies left. I can't even explain it. I'm actually going to upload it too, because it's that much bullshit. I'm going to do a montage of all my deaths on this section, and I'm going to do when I got up here, you know, at the victory moment, everything was clear and dead for no reason.
You definitely need to do this, because watch it. I can't even describe how much this doesn't look like it was a struggle compared to the amount of bullshit I had to watch you do.
But that's what guides are, though, McLean. You don't see the struggle, so everything looks easy. So everybody says, oh, this is not insane, this is not the hardest difficulty, you know, we're getting shit on this bit. It's like, well...
We all did.
Yeah, everybody does. But then you have that one run that works, and you're playing for that one run. Like, right now, I'm not leaving this bunker, because I know if I do, there's a chance I'm going to die. And there's no checkpoint here, folks. There's no checkpoint in this entire level. And on that previous one, where we walked past a doorway and got one, you know, that really tough walking through the doorway section, and then there's a giant beach filled with bullshit. That guy up there's got a one-shot, which I want nothing to do with, and no checkpoint.
I spent the entire watching you do this on the edge of my seat biting my nails. It was horrible.
And the worst part, chances are no one's going to have my experience on this level. So I'm here saying this is the hardest in the world, and someone else is going to have a different one and another one. Like, the last boss is getting a lot of stick on the forums. So difficult, it's so much bullshit, it's too hard. Not that bad, really. Not when you've done this beach. Done this beach my way.
7 times listening to that fucking conversation
Exactly.
at the start.
I got so annoyed at Cole talking at the beginning of this level that I turned the voices off. That is an extent of the suffering I went through on
We
this
could
part.
probably recite it to one another now.
Well, that's what it is. It's just so unnecessary. And I get to the end where there's no more enemies, there's no more traps, and I still move like a geriatric with my shield up as if there's wet leaves everywhere because I don't want to die randomly.
Staying away from all the walls, if you
Yeah.
notice.
Just unbelievably challenging for the wrong reasons. You know, they gave a guy a mortar and unlimited range. And he doesn't have ammo like you do. He doesn't fire 6 and then he's done. He fires as many as he wants. And then there's those other 2 things, those programmed ones, where they just come down and you're dead.
And big fat one.
Yeah, those like balls, I meant to say. But this is if you get to this point, you've done it. I'm nervous for obvious reasons. That there's going to be a grenade on a wall, which you'll see. You'll see it, guys. I'll share that little treasure. But all that's left to do now, pick up some ammo so you've got something going into the next section, and you've done the hardest part of the game for me. So thanks for watching, and you take care now.